If you are like me and have locked yourself out of the Spellbound quest because of missing grimoire Towering Earth acquired by completion of the quest The Cage Magistrate, which is missable, or if you gave Murden all of the real grimoires instead of giving them to Trysha, fear not, because I have found workarounds for both. Attending the coronation early as I did going into the game blind and reading no guides will lock you out of most of the quests for the political section at the beginning of the game, including the Cage Magistrate, which is important for Spellbound. I had already visited Waldhar in prison where he told me that he was content there unless I could find him a hideout filled with books. I went on with questing thinking I'd eventually find something throughout the game. I attended the coronation before even visiting the slums, which is where the hideout ended up being, and the quest was cancelled. If you have not attended the coronation yet, then you can easily get the grimoire by completing the Cage Magistrate after completing the side quest The Heel of History necessary to find the books. The next section will be a walkthrough of the side quest. See the shortcuts in the video if you do not need all of the information. To find a hideout filled with books for Waldhar, go to the slums and find Kendrick hanging out in front of the Gracious Hand to begin the side quest The Heel of History. It is pretty hard to miss him. This can be done anytime after Brant interrogates you and allows you to freely explore Burnworth. Kendrick will ask you for donations, fulfill both of his requests, and he will ask you to look for a child named Malcolm. Talk to Malcolm's friends hanging around the Gracious Hand. This footage was recorded during a New Game Plus as I forgot to record my original. During my original playthrough, I only talked to Amy as she gave me the information that I needed, which is that Malcolm went to explore the vaults. The other two don't give very much information. You can find her sitting on the floor directly across the room when entering the Gracious Hand. Report your findings to Kendrick and he will lead you through the ruins of the vaults. There you will find Malcolm, who has discovered a room full of books. If you have been locked out of the Cage Magistrate quest, this actually isn't a problem. Go to the prison and kidnap Waldhar from his cell after completing the side quest The Heel of History, detailed in the previous section. Don't forget to put on your guard's uniform before entering prison. Carry him down to the vaults. He will resist a lot, but just keep picking him back up. And unfortunately, you will have to throw him up part of the jagged walkway as you cannot climb or request that he do it himself. And I accidentally threw him a second time once I got all the way to the books. Whoops. He will give you the grimoire and you can go get the other 4, which is pretty easy. I found most just by exploring. Their locations are not included in my video, but easily found on Google if you don't have them yet, and I will include sources in the description. I have not found anything explaining how to get around this quest lockout, which is why I am making this video, and the same goes for the next section. Spellbound is linked to another quest, Sorcerer's Appraisal, and completion of both is required to get both Trysha Maister teachings. Both quests will require the same 5 grimoires to be delivered, but most only have 1 copy in the game. My mistake was giving the real grimoires to Myrden instead of Trysha, under the assumption that the forgeries I made would satisfy either. I chose to give the real ones to Myrden since he is already a seasoned magic user, and I thought that he would be able to detect the forgery. I was wrong. Trysha sensed that there was an issue with the forgeries and would not give me the Meister teaching, no matter how many gifts I gave her and her grandparents. Admittedly, I was frustrated thinking I'd have to finish this trophy in a New Game Plus, but before you chuck the little cherub into the brine, I found a strange way to get her to fork over the spell. I visited Murden's home again, hoping to steal back the grimoires, but no luck there. He did, however, ask me to escort him somewhere, which sparked another idea to have him follow me to see Trysha. To my surprise, it worked. As soon as he walked through the door, they spoke, and she finally taught me the spell, which is all I needed to unlock the trophy. If anyone needs the locations of Murden or Trysha, here they are. Trysha is a bit of a hike north of Melf, and Murden is in the Checkpoint Rest Town. The forgeries can be made at Abraham's scrap store just down the hill from Murden's home. He copies them one at a time and they take a day cycle for him to finish. Just sit on the bench nearby and doze off a few times. To get Snobby Murden to allow you into his home, you must wear the fancy clothes that you wore to the coronation or the masquerade ball, otherwise he will slam the door in your face. I hope that this video helps you get past these lockouts for the quest of Spellbound, and if anyone has any questions about this video or any other trophies in this game, feel free to leave them in the comments, and thank you for watching.